Okay, friends, I am going to do a quick run through. I'm sorry I'm out for the day this starts. Most of it is in here and it's pretty self explanatory, but I just want to go over the slideshow. And I do know a lot of people already kind of started to self guide through it because yesterday was a flex day. On some people had to finish, some people ready to move on. So bear with me. I'll try to make this quick. We're doing the isometric perspective room drawing. This is actually a big favorite of the kids in the past because there's so much creative freedom in how you decorate the space. So we'll do a quick intro. You guys will do watch the video demos, do a mini practice, brainstorm your design, and then create your final project. And then we'll submit all of that on Polaris. So introduction. For this assignment, you'll be creating a room using the isometric perspective tool under the drawing guides in Procreate. So there are a lot of different drawing guide options on there. It's within the perspective one where you can also find symmetry tool, 2 point perspective. It's a great little tool to use. If you were in JSA 1 last year, then you used this for our book project. So we're going to focus on creating a bedroom or space that represents who you are and some of your interests. Like, what would your room look like if you could design it? Or maybe what does your room look like now? Or how would you spruce it up in some way and have some fun with it? I have had people do themed rooms like Chipotle. Everything was edible in this kid's room. I've just seen forest rooms. I've seen realistic looking bedrooms. I have seen like bedrooms that are all pink. Like, it's truly an opportunity to show that you understand the tool, which is the concept behind this whole project or the purpose behind it, while having some creative freedom. So here are the two artist examples that are inspiring the project. You've got some really great, you've got windows, we've got some curtains. Each one has a bed and a desk. Each one has some kind of plants in it, little knickknacks, things hanging on the wall. So look closely at these examples throughout the PowerPoint. And then here are some student examples. You'll see varying levels. So every student is different and comes in with different skill levels. And I took that into consideration when picking these examples. So you can see variation in those works. You can see the one on the left here has actual images for their posters. If that is something that interests you, I can show you how to use the warp tool to follow the isometric guide so that it looks like it's hanging on the wall. And then here are some more themed rooms. You have like a strawberry shortcake theme. Here that student drew out Wanda on the right. These are a little bit more realistic styles of rooms. So you can have a lot of fun with them. Essentially, the isometric is where you're taking a 2D drawing and alluding to the fact that it's 3D. And you're using it by creating these angled drawings to create that cube shaped room. Here's how you set up your canvas. I won't go over it in the presentation because it'll take a while, but you can follow these pictures by creating a new canvas, recreating your pixel size and DPI, and then following along with how to set up drawing guide, isometric, and then how to change the pixels on there. The video demos, we won't listen to mine right now. Here's my video demo how to set up just the base of the room. And then there's a video demo here from Art with Flow. I use a few of her videos throughout the couple years of the semester, mostly for level 1, but even level 2 kids have seen some Art with Flow videos. It's great to use artist videos that are out there that are going to do a better job of maybe going into some of those details. This is actually the person I learned how to do the isometric tool from, so I wanted to have her guide you as well. Now you'll follow along with the beginning of her tutorial, so it'll teach you how to build the room, how to add the furniture, how to follow the grid to draw the bed and all that. When you start to get to all the coloring, you guys can really stop there. If you want to follow along to see how she colors and adds lighting, or at least watch it, which would be a great idea, because we're going to go over that later, but she does some really great lessons on how to do shading. You can see here, like the light is glowing towards the bed. You could see that reflection of the light on the edge of the bed. Things like that, you're going to learn from watching videos or getting that help from me throughout the process. But It's a long video and it's a lot to process. So at least work on building it and then watch some of those steps throughout or have it playing while you're working so that you can get that information. And then here's another one that she did. This one has a little balcony. You can even add something fun like that. So you'll do the mini practice by following the steps that I set up and she set up. And then you'll go ahead and follow at least that room design through the drawing portion. And then you will submit that. The things you need to include in your final design. So you'll, after you do your practice, you'll work on a brainstorm. You need to include a window. Think about how big your window is, what the shape is. It could be like an arched window, a few circle windows. It could be a big rectangular window. It could be a balcony. It could be like a skinny window. It could be a wall of windows. Whatever you want to do, you need to have a window. Think about curtains. You need to have a bed. What's the bed frame going to look like? Is it going to be a bookshelf? Is it going to be a fun bed frame? Is it going to be simple? Is it going to have like wood texture? Make sure you include your pillow and blanket. Don't forget a desk or a workspace that you're going to be at and some kind of chair. Think about the items you decorate that space with. Is there shelving above it or on the wall? And then other things that you can include are chairs, lighting. Like I've seen beanbag chairs, stuffed animals, lamps hanging, lighting on the wall, banners. I mean, the examples I showed you were just a few of many, and there's a lot of success with this project. Once you do your brainstorm, you'll have to think about how you sleep, work, and your hobbies. You'll include those throughout your artwork. Just do a sketch on Procreate. Like set up the room. You could do a quick sketch without the drawing guide on. Map out where you want everything to go and submit that onto Polaris. You can see here's how to submit that. And then you'll create your final. We're going to spend probably at least 2 weeks on this project, if not a little bit longer. It's time consuming because I want you guys to add in that detail. If it's too simple, it's not going to help your grade a lot and it's not going to challenge you. So pick something that challenges you. And if you're experienced with Procreate, I want to see you step it up. So I'm looking for that growth in the class and I'm looking for you to challenge yourself. Tips for success, watch the demo videos or seek out new ones. This is a very common technique. A lot of artists use it. A lot of artists teach on it. It's a great way to learn that drawing tool. So find those videos and watch them. Don't just skip out on doing the extra steps. I promise you it's not going to help you. You're going to create a cohesive and simple color palette. So we'll go over that probably next week because you're going to need this week to work on the brainstorms and the practices. Take your time. I know my students and I know how hard you guys are working. So prove that to me in this artwork. Make sure you're using those layers. If you mess up in one area, it will not affect everything else. We start with the layer project because I want you to use the layers. I'm telling you, it'll make life easier. You can merge them later, but keep things separated as you work in case something doesn't work out. You'll submit that on Polaris when you're totally finished. You can see the file name down there. If you guys have questions, I can answer more on Wednesday or you can send me an email so you don't forget. But I hope this helps kind of guide you in how to start the project and you guys can carry on from there.